Hey, welcome back. It's been a little bit since I made a video, mainly because, a lot of stuff has happened, but actually, also not a whole lot has happened since the last video, as far as the campaign goes anyways. So, I believe last video I told you guys about how my party overthrew the evil Lord Vaxius of Daggerford. As one of the rewards for that, upon request, they were granted a plot of land upriver that... long story short, no one was really interested in being around, so they're like, sure, if you want to settle there and you want to try to build a fortress there, great, go for it. So they did that. They moved upriver, they rooted out some orcs. Our warlock came across some cursed blades that were attached to his hands and wouldn't let go until they took the soul of something good. So long story short with that, he didn't even have the curse for a full day, but to get rid of them faster, he ended up stabbing a cleric through the heart. Not one of the player characters, but I'll get to that in a minute. So his alignment is probably going to shift a little bit because that was a downright selfish evil act for his character. But anyways, so that happened. So to get into what I'm really excited about, I want to tell you guys about, there are two things. First of all, Daggerford had been freed from this evil lord, so that means trade has opened up through the city, but they're still very much getting back on their feet. So thieves and bandits and all that kind of stuff are taking advantage of the weakened state of the city and the open trade and the restructure of all that. And so they're kind of waylaying trade on the routes just outside the town, as well as thieves in the city are also taking advantage of it. So while our party was out trying to scout their new land that they were given, the town of Daggerford had sent out a few emissaries to find them and request that they come back and just show their face, kind of a show of force. They're the heroes of Daggerford, and show the thugs and bandits and thieves that are trying to take advantage of the situation that they're not messing around. And they said, we picked our plot of land that we want. If you can send out workers to start building a little fort, so then later we can build it up into a fortress and a stronghold, we can start this process. Send those people out, and we'll go back and take care of this riffraff. So that happens. In the meantime of that, this is when our warlock stabs the cleric. Right now, he's got away with it. He's not in trouble, but his conscience is weighing very heavy on him. Anyways, they get back to Daggerford. The new lord of Daggerford that they helped appoint, his name's Beorn. And again, this is my kind of homebrew thing. But he tells them there's a specific group of people that we've tried to get rid of. They're camped just outside of the town, and they keep harassing folks. They're asking for wine and money and threatening to put hexes on them if they don't pay up. He said it's just been a problem, and I sent a detachment out yesterday to shoo them away, but they came back almost sympathetic of these people. And so I just don't know what to do. If you can tonight go out, take care of this group. He said, I don't want any more bloodshed, but tell them that if they don't leave by dawn, we're going to burn their wagons to the ground. Now, some of you D&D players may already know where this is headed, but so far I had been able to keep it on the DL on what was coming up. But they went out, they encountered these brightly dressed, jovial gypsy folk. They start talking with them, and they find themselves a little more relaxed and open to this group. They find that they're just dancing, having a good time. They have great wine and cooked pheasant and all this stuff. So they get to talking to them, and this one guy named Stanimir that they're talking with says, you know what, we don't want to cause any problems with Daggerford. We just want to tell you a tale. If you listen to my tale, then we'll go. And Stanimir tells them the tale, and it's the plot hook for Cursive Strahd. So that brings me to my second point. I said I had two things, so I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but I am running an online campaign for some people on Twitch, some good friends, and if you want to check that out, we usually meet on Wednesday. So far, we've only been able to meet twice, but we usually play on Wednesdays, and you can find that campaign right here. They're going through Cursive Strahd, and this is what kind of led me to do this for my group. But, I had started planning for Cursive Strahd and reading, and it was so awesome to get to know what this campaign, this iconic campaign, is all about. And it just fits so perfectly. I hadn't even planned for it, but my campaign that I've been talking about so much here, everything so far has been based out of Daggerford. I'm reading through Cursive Strahd, and that adventure hook is based right out of Daggerford. And I was like, you know what? It would be super cool to, in the middle of my homebrew campaign, throw an iconic Dungeons and Dragons module. 2 out of the 4 guys in my group, they know about Cursive Strahd, but they've never played it. And the other 2 are brand new to D&D, so they didn't know exactly what was happening. But it was awesome because I got to the end of Stanomir's story, and at the very end, he says, "Will you come back and help my land of Barovia?" And the two guys that knew about Cursive Strahd, at least some, they know what Barovia is. They were like, "We're doing this. We are doing this. Yes, we agree." And then we had to take a step back and say, "All right, so how would each character interact and all that kind of stuff?" But we're about to go into Cursive Strahd, and I am so excited. And I will be running this now alongside the online campaign, and now I can actually talk about both of them as we go along. Again, the online campaign has really, it's 2 sessions in. Our first session was mostly backstory, integration, introducing our characters to each other and the setting. And then our second session, they finally set foot in Barovia. This coming week, as long as everything goes well, this coming Saturday, we will be actually starting Cursive Strahd for my IRL campaign that I've been talking to you guys about. So anyways, I'm very, very, very excited about all that. In the midst of all this, a few things have happened. I've started up my last semester of school. One of our D&D sessions, I would say it's my first bad session, and that was not necessarily on my players. I've had some talks with a few of them about just laying out how I feel about things and seeing their perspective, but for the most part, that session was, I was just having an off day. I was a little frustrated. If you want to know the best practices on how to deal with having an off day, there are tons of videos out there on YouTube. You can find those. But anyways, it's been super exciting lately because I think having the seasoned players know that Cursive Strahd is coming up and they were so excited about it, it got the other 2 players that have never really heard about it, I think they kind of realize, like, oh shoot, we don't want to miss this. Like, I'm not gonna role play myself out of this adventure hook because it sounds like it's gonna be awesome. At least I hope that was their mentality. I lost my train of thought. I'm so excited about it. I'd like to say I'm back. I want to keep making videos just because they're fun. So yeah, this weekend I will be running Cursive Strahd for my IRL campaign, which means both campaigns I'm DMing for will be Cursive Strahd for the foreseeable future. Also, one thing that I'm very excited about is I got a hold of my local game shop. Not only was I able to secure a slot in the new season of Adventure League so I can actually play D&D on Wednesdays, but also for Stack Up, if you guys are familiar with me, my YouTube or my Twitch or Mixer channel, whatever I'm doing at the time, I've been very involved with a nonprofit organization that helps veterans and just military members and supporters through gaming. And after the first of the year, we're going to be having monthly game nights and stuff like that. But we're going to be running a D&D night at this game shop. It's called Epic Loot. And I'm very excited about that as well. So everything has been D&D for me lately. I've been crafting and painting and DMing, and now I'm going to finally get to play as well. On Wednesdays, we're going to be doing, for Adventure League, it just started, it's Descent to Avernus. And I'm excited to see what that's about. I'm probably going to be playing a cleric, some kind of cleric. As long as they don't need a healer, like a dedicated healer, I'm looking at Tempest Cleric. I think it'll be cool, and I can still do some off heals and stuff like that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching again. Welcome back. And yeah, we're moving into a really exciting season for both of my campaigns now. So anyways, have a good one. I will catch you guys again soon. Peace.